everybody, welcome back to my channel. This is Zesta Herbal Soap, Skincare and Lifestyle. Today we'll be making our brown laundry soap. This is another different method from the ones we've been doing. This one we won't use alcohol, okay, but our soap will still look transparent. I have 10 liters of oil here. So I'm trying to dislodge my caustic soda. It's in the sack and it has stayed for some time, so it's a bit hard. Okay, so I'm going to get my caustic soda and I'll be using about 1340 grams of caustic soda. My total amount of oils is 9 liters, 7 liters of palm oil and 2 liters of PKO. Okay, meanwhile we'll be using soda ash also, and it's exactly the same measurement of our caustic soda that we'll be using for our soda ash. So this is our caustic soda and we'll be adding 3 liters 150 ml of water to it. We'll be doing the same thing also to our soda ash. Okay, so we'll add the water and then as usual we'll mix it in a well aerated place, okay, until our water clears out. We'll do the same for the soda ash. Remember, for your soda ash, once you pour water in it, always stay a little while, because soda ash takes time to dissolve. Either you do that, or if you're using semi-hot process, you use warm water, because soda ash readily dissolves in warm water. This is my soda ash here. I'm also dissolving it. I'm using the same amount of soda ash as I used for my caustic soda, okay, and I'll be dissolving it in room temperature water. I'm not using warm water, okay. The same amount of water I use for my caustic is what I'm using for it, okay. I'm using water discount here, meaning I'm using half of the amount I'm supposed to use to dissolve it, so that my soap won't be too watery. So next here is my sodium sulfate, okay. I'm using 500 grams of sodium sulfate. That's my sugar. 500 grams of sugar with the warm water I'll use to dissolve my sugar. This is calcium. I didn't use calcium eventually. Then my silicate, about 400 grams, or should I say mils. Then my perfume, okay. Then you can see this is the little firewood I'm going to use to cook this soup. This is more or less trash that I gathered around my house with a little firewood, and you won't believe me, but do you know that this firewood, I'll use it and it will still remain. This is, if you know what you're doing, you will not cook your soup for a long time. You will not waste energy on cooking using gas and all that. No. So now I'm adding my caustic to my oils that have melted. They are not really that hot, they are just warm. They've melted, and I'm adding my caustic. Remember, my caustic too is warm. I didn't allow it ferment, okay. I just mixed it up now. So I'm adding it to my oil. Meanwhile, I'll not allow the flame to be much. If you check under, you see that the flame is not much. So I'm adding my caustic and I'm mixing. Meanwhile, if you've watched this video to this point and you're coming to our channel for the first time, you're welcome. Please do well to subscribe to our channel, because you learn a lot of beautiful things here, not only soap making, okay. So see here, you can see some sort of separation because of the heat of the oil and of the caustic. You can see there's separation, water to one side, soap to one side. But don't worry, this will not bother me. What I did was I reduced the fire. You can see steam coming out. I reduced the fire and then I continued stirring, and you can see it has mixed up, okay. So now I'm putting in my soda ash. Remember, my soda ash, I told you that I used half amount of water that I'm supposed to use it for, because I want my soap to dry fast. I don't want too much water in my soap, okay. So that's my soda ash. You can see some have not still dissolved, but I will shake it and pour it in. Since this is hot process, everything is ready. Heat will facilitate the mixing. The only thing I will advise you to do is always make sure that when you pour a chemical, you allow it to dissolve completely before pouring the next. Okay, so now I'm pouring in my dissolved sugar solution. Remember, for my sugar, I said I used about 500 grams in warm water, and just that sugar solution alone have changed the texture of my soap. You can see. Meanwhile, remember that I've drastically reduced my flame. Okay, so I'm using an industrial mixer to make sure everything mixes well. Okay, because I'm going to close it for some time and leave it before proceeding. Okay, it is still on fire, but I've reduced the heat much, and you can see the texture of the soap is coming out fine. Okay, you can see the texture, the way it looks, and the soap is fluid. Okay, in as much as I don't want too much water in my soap, that's why I did water discount. At the same time, I don't want my soap to look too hard because I don't want holes in my soap. I closed it for some time, and when I came back and I added my silicate, I was not able to show because you can see from the video it's already getting dark. Okay, it's already getting dark. So some of the things I was doing them fast, but at this juncture I've poured in my silicate. Okay, this is my foam booster. I didn't actually measure my foam booster because already this soap on its own will foam, but I just added just enough. But usually foam booster I add around, if it is dissolved like this, I add around 2%. Okay, I added my foam booster, added my perfume, and then I now mixed it up, and as you can see right now, I'm pouring it into my mold. This is a very simple recipe that will give you soap that looks like transparent soap. It looks exactly like that in the market. Remember, not all soaps in the market are transparent, and it's not everybody that's interested in making soap with alcohol, sugar, and all those things. Maybe you just want a simple recipe. This kind of soap making is for you. If you watch my video at this point and you've not subscribed, please do well by subscribing to my channel. This will encourage me, motivate me, and make me create more beautiful content. And as I told you earlier on, in this channel, we don't teach only soap making. We teach a lot of things that be beneficial to us. Okay, so I just shook my mold now, so that if there are any bubbles, they come up to the surface. I would not want to cut my soap and I'll be seeing holes or gaps inside. I wouldn't want that. So I'm pouring into the second mold. Okay, meanwhile, don't forget we have a free WhatsApp group you can join, where you can ask questions, where you can make your soap, and we will help you, correct you, and all that. And if you want to join our paid training group, feel free. Our training is super affordable. You will learn formulation, you learn how to calculate your sap values, you learn how to create any kind of recipe on your own. Okay, so feel free to join our free class, feel free to join our paid class. Okay, so this is my soap in the mold. I'm mixing it up, so that, because I found out that shaking it was not easy for me in the mold. That time I was shaking, it was not easy for me. So what I did was I put a stick inside, and by moving it around, if there are any bubbles, they will pop out. Okay, so this one is just a repetition of the same soap. This is an extra one, it's not much. This is just a small extra one that remained in the mold. Okay, so I'm pouring it in. Okay, so this is the soap cutting proper. Okay, sit back, relax, and watch.
What did you catch? Be 1,000. What did
I will
you
show
catch?
them that small. I'll show this one.
Are you? No, don't show me.
Show me.
Hey, show me. Show me. Hey, are you seeing this soap like this? I'm serious. So, they made this soap in a legend soap. Anybody that do not subscribe, Ojuju or Monster is going to catch him in the night. Better subscribe this soap, or Ojuju will catch you and say it truth. You like don't subscribe.
My people, don't mind my son. Just see how beautiful this soap is.
It's okay like that.
And see how beautiful this soap looks. If you need this soap cutter, we have made various improvements to this soap cutter. Please buy from us. For this, the best you can get and the cheapest price is from us. Okay? If you need this soap cutter, let me know. Just check out how beautiful the color of this soap looks like. Okay? Watch out for my live video. I'll tell you the secret to getting this kind of color. Okay? Thank you for watching this video. Thank you for sticking with us. Bye.